in our society. There's about at least 180 million guns in America, and a lot of them are being, too many of them are being used to kill people. Now, we have to go back to education. It is what it is right now. Guns are prevalent, and the education starts with children. And I will tell you that the National Rifle Association, which has lobbied so heavily against any kind of legislation that would restrict any kind of guns, has a special responsibility in this regard. Really do. To bring about education. If you say, well, it's a right, well then, if you have a right, then there has to be some education. I have a right to drive a car, but I better know how to drive a car. So we have to have a serious discussion about where we are right now and get to the point of education and to do something about trying to encourage getting rid of these guns voluntarily. Now, with Shaker Heights and the Race Relations Program, we can do great things, and need to do, by encouraging people to get together. But it comes through the recognition of working together, of doing things together, of meeting each other, and trying to see how deep this connection we have with each other on a spiritual level, which transcends our physical presence. And then to go to science itself, which says, the human genome theory says 99.9% we're all made of the same stuff. And so race is just a refraction through that prism of our human experience. It's just one beam of light, but it doesn't describe who we are. There's something more essential that illuminates our being. And so when we can get that message across through programs in the schools, and get children who are so ready, they're so ready to change. They're so ready to evolve, and they encourage them. That's why the work of corporations can be so wonderful in working with the schools and working with children and giving them some options about how they can change their own lives and the life of the community. Yes, sir, you have the final word.
Thank you very much. My name is Bertrand Evangel. Social corporate responsibility should be a global proposition, not confined to the borders of the United States. We just came back from Brazil. Just last year alone, over 7,500 were murdered by the police. And most of these victims are people of African descent. So the responsibility by Coca-Cola is enormous because they're a global organization. They can influence policies. And so talking about this issue, about nonviolence as a way of life, it's a very sound and needed strategy, because we need to change the culture of violence and replace it with nonviolence. So when you talk about building a college of peace, that should have been done a long time ago. How we build a college of war? What is wrong with us? And I think Dr. King mentioned that eloquently, that peace is inevitable, but war is something we must stop. Thank you.
Well, as a concluding word, then, thank you for bringing that awareness to us as we wrap this up, because there is a global measure here that has to be taken. The prophet Isaiah said, "I will make justice the measuring line." And when we look at some corporate activity